Hey, thanks for tuning in today. I am recording this from the safety of my car, and I say that because I was just at the grocery shop, had a trolley, one of those shops where you just sort of grab everything. Particularly because we have a public holiday date for today. And just on that note, it is a public holiday because it is Anzac Day, and this is probably one of the most important holidays, I believe, in Australia. Just taking this day to recognise, to reflect on the incredibly huge sacrifice that our servicemen and servicewomen have made, what they made in terms of keeping our country free and safe. We definitely forget their efforts. Let us remember them, lest we forget. Anyway, I'm stocking up for the next day or two. I've got a trolley, and as soon as I leave the supermarket, it just starts to bucket down with rain. It's been a bit intermittent, but I thought I had a clear run, but the timing wasn't so good. So I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Do I make a dash for the car? I'm like, look, I'm just going to wait this out. I'm going to grab a coffee. I'm going to see what happens. Go get a coffee. I look outside and it's even worse. Like, it is absolutely bucketing down now. Now, I'm not a meteorologist, but I look to the sky. It seems like there's clouds just infinitely. Like, I can't see any blue. So I think, well, I'm going to have to make a go of this. I'm going to have to run for it. Anyway, so I run for it. I'm in my car. It wasn't that bad. Like, the sound of it looked bad, but when you're actually in it, and if you walk a bit slower, I find, which is kind of counterintuitive, when you walk slower, it doesn't seem to be as bad. I don't know if it, again, I haven't Googled any of this, but even when I drive, if I find like it's spitting when I'm driving and then I go onto a highway, it feels like the rain just escalates. So there's probably something in that in terms of speed and surface area, but that's not my forte. Anyway, it's raining. And I get into the car and I'm like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And it just reminds me of, I guess, tackling any challenge. Like, we look out and we think, oh, it's raining. I'm going to wait here. I'm just going to hang out for a bit. I'm going to wait for things to get easier. And often it doesn't. And just from this analogy, I know it's kind of, maybe I'm lame. Maybe I'm trying to draw too much of a connection, but I don't really think so. I think this goes along with a lot of things that we do in life. Is like, we see it, we see the clouds, we see the rain, and we're like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to stay underneath here where it's safe. I'm going to grab my coffee. I'm going to make a really great home of this place. For me, though, that it was like, well, looking at the clouds, like, it isn't going to change. I don't know when it will change, so I need to go now. And like I said, now that I'm in my car, it felt fine. It was actually kind of even fun running in the rain. So that's just the quick story to share with you today. Is what are the clouds for you? Are they as bad as you had imagined? I did a post the other week around my streak of 100 episodes in terms of doing this daily podcast and just celebrating 100. And a friend of mine, Sarah, she posted on LinkedIn, she said, oh my goodness, I had a visceral reaction when I saw that you did 100 days of something in a row. Like, I was like, how would you do that? I couldn't do it. And she sort of was really honest and just shared what was going on in her mind. And as I was reading Sarah's comment, I actually thought, you know what, if this wasn't me, if it wasn't me that was doing the 100 days and someone else was doing 100 days of podcasting, I would say to them, you're mad. How are you doing that? I could never do that. But when you're the person in it, when you're in the ring, when you're the one that's running out in the rain, you kind of recognize it actually isn't as bad as you thought it would be. When you see 100 days of effort, you're like, wow. But when you approach it day by day, step by step, it really isn't that tough. And we definitely make it a lot bigger and a lot more messier, a lot more harder in our mind. But when you actually start the thing, you realize, okay, I don't know this. This is what I need to know. This is how I'll adapt. And you learn to trust yourself that you'll figure it out as you go. Not only yourself, but you definitely have to lean on people, talk to people, use technology, like use whatever resources you have within your wheelhouse, or learn new skills to rise up and meet that challenge. So yeah, better go drive home and unpack these groceries. We can't let the chicken go warm. Speak to you tomorrow.